Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about the most reliable engine on the Lincoln MKZ. I'm going to start from the most reliable and go to the least reliable engine on this car. I've had a lot of requests to make this video, so hope you all enjoy. This is going to be based off of my experience owning the Lincoln MKZ hybrid and based off of other owners' experiences as well. I've owned my 2015 Lincoln MKZ hybrid since 2019 and put over 220,000 kilometers on it. I've also owned a 2019 MKZ for 3 years before I traded it in for a Tesla Model 3. Hit that subscribe button and show your support to my channel. My channel has grown a lot and it's all thanks to you guys. If you want to connect with other Lincoln MKZ owners, check out the Real Lincoln MKZ Facebook enthusiast group online, which I will leave a link in the description below. Let's get on with the video, shall we? Starting off with the most reliable engine, you guessed it, it's the 2-liter Atkinson cycle engine paired with the hybrid battery. So this engine is the most reliable engine on the Lincoln MKZ, ranging from 2013 to 2020. It's just a known fact. And as these cars age, they prove it. The 2-liter hybrid engine is an Atkinson cycle engine, and it's a port-injected engine that takes regular fuel. So it can give you upwards of 700 kilometers to the tank. The 2-liter engine is very easy to work on. There's not much going on in here. You can easily change out the spark plugs, valve covers, and pretty much anything else on this engine without dropping the whole engine out of the vehicle. In a regular engine, the intake valve stays closed when the piston moves up on its compression stroke, creating pressure in the cylinder. In an Atkinson cycle engine, the valve stays open slightly longer. Since there is now less pressure in the cylinder, the piston doesn't have to work as hard to overcome friction, which in turn improves fuel efficiency. Some of the gasoline vapor escapes back into the intake manifold through that open valve, but it's pulled back in the next time the valve's open, so nothing is wasted. The result of this is less power, but more fuel efficiency, and over 40 miles per gallon, that is. The 1.4 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack is also very reliable. It's easy to repair and not that costly to replace compared to other hybrid vehicle batteries. The CVT transmissions are strong on these cars, but some of the early MKZ models from 2013 to 2015 did have a transmission bearing problem where it could leak out transmission fluid. This was fixed later in 2015 and onwards. My 2015 hybrid has 200,000 miles on it without major repairs done. But I've also talked to other owners who have over 300,000 miles, which is absolutely unreal considering that they're going on the original engine, transmission, and battery. Giving the spot for the second most reliable engine was a challenge because it was a fight between the 3.7-liter naturally aspirated V6 and the 3-liter twin-turbo V6. But after talking to owners and doing my research online, I have to give the title of the second most reliable engine on the MKZ to the 3.7-liter V6 engine. This engine is not a GDI engine. It's an older multi-sequential injection system, so you don't have to worry about carbon buildup as they get older. Ford used these 3.7-liter engines in a bunch of other vehicles during the time, and there are a lot of parts for it out there. The only big drawback to this engine is the dreaded water pump issue. The water pumps on transversely mounted 3.5-liter V6, 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6, and the 3.7-liter V6 engines have a tendency to fail and potentially ruin the engine when they do. The water pumps on these engines are internally mounted and driven by the timing chain. As a result, when they fail, antifreeze is dumped directly into the crankcase, mixing with engine oil and potentially damaging the head gaskets and connecting rod bearings. Many of these water pump failures occur without warning, and repair often cost thousands of dollars as the engine needs to be disassembled or removed from the vehicle to access the water pump. In some cases, the engine will need to be replaced outright. A class action lawsuit was started against Ford as a result of this issue, but it was dismissed and no recall was ever given. The owner who I've talked to, who has 250,000 miles on his MKZ with the 3.7, said that you should keep an eye on the coolant level at all times and look for signs of leakage. If your coolant level is getting low, you need to assume that the water pump is going out. You need to get that done as soon as you can. And according to this owner, the Ford dealership he got his water pump replaced at said that the replacement is a permanent repair to the car. So supposedly you will not have to repair the water pump once the repair has been done. Don't take my word for it, it's best to consult with a mechanic who knows what they're doing. There is one group member who's driven their 3.7 engine to over 350,000 miles on the original water pump and transmission, and there are many other owners who are getting close to 300,000 miles on their 3.7s. The number speaks for themselves, I guess. The third most reliable engine on the MKZ is the 3-liter twin-turbo V6 engine, which was introduced in 2017. This is a great engine, however, the early 2017 models did have some issues with oil pan leaks, but it was addressed in the later years. Another problem with these engines is carbon buildup, which you won't see symptoms of until the 80 to 100,000 mile mark. This is a direct injected engine, so there isn't any fuel passing through the intake port or valves to clean it. As a result, oil will harden and form what's known as carbon deposits. This is where an oil catch can is an essential to extend the life of this engine. The newer 3-liter twin turbos in the Ford products have multi-port injection, but it didn't get a chance to go into the MKZ. As for the turbo longevity, there isn't much data out there to draw a conclusion. This engine is very young, but as time goes by, people will drive the heck out of them, and we will know how reliable these 3-liter twin turbos are. If you have experience with this twin turbo engine in terms of maintenance and longevity, comment down below. I'm tired of seeing comments like, "Oh, my 3-liter twin turbo has been reliable." I don't know what you're talking about, dude. These types of comments are from people who drive their vehicle 8,000 miles a year. We need to hear from people who drive more and have surpassed the 100,000 mile mark without issues, not people who have driven 30,000 miles on their car, owning it for 7 years. Last but not least, the fourth most reliable engine is the 2-liter twin-turbo engine, or should I say the least reliable engine on the MKZ lineup. This engine is a hit or miss. You'll either get 200,000 trouble-free miles or have a bad engine. Coolant intrusion has plagued this engine, especially in the 2017 to 2020 models. The most common symptoms are a misfire. If your vehicle is misfiring, you need to get it checked out before things take a turn for the worst. If you want to get the 2-liter twin turbo, make sure it's between 2013 to 2016. But I personally would avoid the 2-liter twin turbocharged engine altogether. I just don't think it's suitable for such a large car. They should have put at least a 2.7 liter EcoBoost in there instead of the 2-liter, I think. Anyways folks, that's going to be it for today's video. If you want to check out other reliability videos on these cars, check out my channel. I've made 3 videos regarding reliability, which I will leave a link in the description below. Hope you enjoyed, and keep in mind that you need to do your own research before purchasing a car. The information I've stated in this video is based on online forums, technical service bulletins, and owner experience. See you all next time.